I'm a huge fan of hip-hop. Any hip-hop fans in the audience? A few people. I was so into hip-hop as a youth that I had a subscription to The Source. For the white folks that don't know, The Source is a magazine about hip-hop. For the black folks that don't know, a subscription is when you pay in advance for a product or service.
Wow.
I like that joke mostly because whatever an audience lacks in knowledge of hip-hop, they totally make up for in racism. That's kind of what makes the joke work. No, but it's true, I did. I grew up on hip-hop. Like most white kids in the suburbs in the early 90s, I started with Hammer, right? I had the Hammer pants. I did the Hammer dance. My dad called me a faggot a lot. But different kids had different evolutions from Hammer. I personally went from listening to MC Hammer to listening to NWA, right? From Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, to Fuck the Police. Huge jump philosophically. It's like going from juice boxes to Jaeger bombs. It's like going from hand-holding to anal with no intermediate step whatsoever. Like a Mormon girl, just... My friend Chris, he had a different evolution. Chris went from listening to MC Hammer to listening to Marky Mark to just randomly blowing dudes. Like that was where you went with it. How many here on a date? Anybody here on a date? The lonely motherfuckers in this room. I'm in a relationship, and it's been 5 years. We're 5 years in, and yeah, I said, you know, one big thing about longer-term relationships is date night, right? And for people who don't know what date night is when a man does something he doesn't want to do, but pretends he loves it. Like on date night, a man could find himself in the aisle of a Michaels, saying, "I didn't know scrapbooking was this fun, so we like this one." Me and my girl, we had a date night recently. We put in a DVD for City of Angels. And people don't know City of Angels. City of Angels stars Nicolas Cage as an angel. Who falls in love with a blonde lady played by Meg Ryan. And there's a scene in this movie, I'm sitting watching this movie, where Meg Ryan has a pear, and she's eating the pear. And Nicolas Cage is like, "What does that pear taste like?" And Meg Ryan says, "You've never had a pear before? You don't know what a pear tastes like?" And then Nicolas Cage says, "No. I want to know what that pear tastes like to you." That was such a pimp line, man. I grew a vagina and it moistened at that moment. But my man brain was telling me, my man brain was saying, "What? You're an angel. You're immortal. You've seen the rise and fall of empires. You know who killed Kennedy. Like you give a damn what Meg Ryan thinks a pear tastes like?" As if on cue, my girlfriend pauses the movie right then, looks at me, and says, "How come you never asked me what a pear tastes like to me?" And in my head, I'm thinking, because I've never seen you eat a piece of fruit. What am I supposed to ask? What does the 7th handful of Doritos taste like? But we get into fights like all couples. We don't get into a lot of fights. It's not it's like once every 28 days or so. It's not. But when we do, it starts off as something small and explodes. You know, last fight we got to do, she comes into the kitchen, she's got a tub of butter in her hands. And she's like, meh, 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 meh. You know, for people who don't speak angry bitch, I'll translate. She said, there are crumbs in the butter. You left crumbs in the butter. This is disgusting. So I apologized. I said, I'm so sorry that you're getting so upset over something so stupid. She came back with, you don't get it. You don't know how nasty this makes the butter taste. When you leave the crumbs, it makes the butter taste disgusting. And you just don't know. I'm like, no, baby, I know. I wanted to know what it tasted like to you.